Well, hello, students. I'm a little early, so we'll wait to see if other people come. Did you guys come to the school yet? Okay, because you're going to need your new math books today. I know you might have thought I said your new Pokemon cards, but I didn't. Hey, you need to go to the other meeting. Oh, sorry. You need to go to the other meeting. Let me put it in. Hold on, you guys. I don't know who's in here, but you're in the wrong meeting. I'm going to put the right meeting in the chat box. Sorry, you guys, there was somebody in the other one. Giselle, were you in the other meeting?
No.
Okay, then it must be.
Why is the meeting recording?
Because it is.
I can't hear you.
I'm recording the meeting, Giselle, so that if people don't come, I can send it out and you guys can rewatch it. We're going to wait a couple more minutes because we're missing about 3 kids. Danielle and Giselle, did you guys come get your new stuff yet today?
Yes.
Okay, we need your new math books.
No mathematics. Wow, it's big.
It is. It's bigger than the last one. So the old book, you guys can keep it and put it under your pillow and sleep with it, or you can recycle it.
Oh, so I can use it like a pillow thing.
You're welcome, Giselle. Join your PE day.
All the fun stuff.
All right, we'll give them just a couple more minutes and see if anyone else comes. Okay, you guys? Yes, Daniela.
I actually got doubles of the missing homework and I gave it to you.
Okay, that's fine. So you can just recycle or throw away whatever you already turned in, okay?
Okay.
I wasn't sure if you had them, so I sent them just to be safe.
Okay.
Okay? All right, you know what? We're going to go ahead and get started. So in your guys' bags, you have your lesson 13 quiz on subtracting fractions. You guys need to turn that in next week, okay? I did post a video in Blooms that kind of helps you, would give you some more help with subtracting fractions if you think that you need it before you take that test, okay? But today we're going to start our lesson 15 in our new math books, which is on page 309. I'm going to put that in the chat box. So our new unit is on multiplying decimals by whole numbers. Let me go ahead and pull up our slideshow. Okay, can you guys all see that slideshow? No, not yet, huh? Yeah, now you'll be able to. There you go. Now can you guys see it? Oh, hold on, it's doing it. There we go. Okay, so we are multiplying a decimal by a whole number. So this first section, we're just going to get introduced to it. I do want to point out for the first time all year, I was on time today.
Are we in the first page?
Page 309.
309.
Okay, so this is the question on the first page. Margot has 6 square tiles of equal size. Each side of each tile is 8/10 or 0.8 inches long. Margot places all the tiles in a row with sides touching just as shown. So if you look in the top of your math book, on top of that page, it has these tiles. So that's how she laid them out, okay? It wants to know how long is the row of tiles. Well, there's a couple different ways that we can do this. The first one is that we can do repeating addition. So with a repeating addition, we're just going to do We're going to do this 6 times. Oh, hold on, I messed up. I started doing it in the wrong order.
Our class is 6 people.
Our class does have 6 people, Giselle.
Should be 8. Bye.
Okay, so this is another way to do it. So we can go 8 plus 8 is 16. 16 plus 8 is 24. Then another 8 is 32. Then another 8 is 48. So it would be 4 and 8/10. So that's by doing repeated addition. Okay, another way to do it would be to simply do multiplication. So let's go ahead and put another text box in here. And it would be 6 times 0.8 equals. Okay, so we know that 6 times 8 is 48. And then we got to have just that one place value. So it's 4 and 8/10. So another way actually that they have you guys do this is they go 6 times 8/10. So 0.8, you guys, is the same as 8/10. Hold on one second. Somebody jumped in the other meeting. Ron, you're on the wrong chat box. Oops, hold on, my mic's off. LeBron, go to the other meeting, please. It's in the chat box. All right, let me pull my PowerPoint back up. So 8/10 is the same as 8/10. 0.8 is the same as 8/10. Okay, so we can do this. Hold on. And it would be the same as doing 6 times 8/10, which would give us 48/10. And if we convert that into a fraction, it would be 4 and 8/10, which as a decimal, it's 4.8. So that's just a little introduction into multiplying whole numbers and decimals. Okay, so make sure that you have written down on that paper at least one of the ways that I showed you how. And then show me what you guys, show to the camera what you guys wrote on page 309. I'm mostly just checking to make sure you guys are doing this. So I need everyone to show me once they're done. Good job, Brian. We're on page 309 in the new math book. If you haven't gotten the new math book, you're just going to want a piece of paper and to follow along. Good job, Daniela. See, you guys should be doing this when I'm doing it. Giselle, did you write down these problems on page 309?
Yes.
Okay, can you show it to me?
I haven't finished it, but I finished it. I thought.
Good job, Giselle. Thank you. All right.
Yeah, never mind. I done something.
Okay, let's go ahead and let's take a look here. Oops, my spacebar button's not working. Oh, sorry, I went too far. Okay, so let's look at number 1 on page 310. Explain how you found the length of the row of tiles. So one way that we did it repeated addition, right? So we did 0.8 plus 0.8 plus 0.8 plus 0.8 plus 0.8 plus. Oh, I'm doing equals. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button, that's why. This is called repeated addition. Or we could just multiply it. We could do 6 times 0.8 or 8/10 equals 4 and 8/10. Okay, once you guys have that filled in, please show me your page so I can see that you've done number 1.
I went to sharpen my pencil.
All right, Giselle, get it filled in, please. Good job, Brian. LeBron, just write this down on a paper, write number 1, and then write what we did so you can fill in your book when you get it. Giselle, are you writing it down? Thank you. I like how hard Daniela's working, and Brian. You guys are doing awesome. And Nathan and Giselle. You guys all have your serious math faces on. Good job, Daniela. Good job, LeBron. Okay, I'm going to give you guys just a little bit more time, and then we got to go on to the next one. Good job, Nathan. Okay, so let's look at number 2, you guys. Giselle, just go ahead and go on to number 2, and I'll go back to number 1 at the end for you, okay? So number 2, we're just looking at multiplication here. So number 2, what was that, Giselle?
I'm almost finished.
Okay, we'll go back to it at the end, okay? All right. So number 2, it says you can find the length of the row of tiles through repeated addition or multiplication of a decimal by a whole number. Look for patterns in the factors and products when multiplying with the whole numbers and decimals shown below. Use the models to write the product. So A is telling us that we have 2 groups of 3. You can see we have a blue group of 3 and a pink group of 3. So what is 2 times 3? Brian?
6.
It is 6. Good job, Brian. So now we have 2 rows or 2 groups of rows that are 0.3. So what do we have total? Or what is 2 times 0.03, which is 2 times 3/10? LeBron?
0.6.
Right, 0.6 or 6/10. So you guys, we can even count them. Oops, I didn't mean to move that. 1. So this would be point. This is 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6. Each one of these rows is 1/10. And altogether we have 6 of them. So it's 6/10, which is 0.6. All right, let's go to the next one. Who can tell me what 2 times 300ths is? LeBron, your hand is still up. Good job. Brian.
600th.
600ths, which is 0.06, because we can count them out, right? 1 block, 2 block, 3 blocks in the red, 1 block, 2 block, 3 blocks in the blue, 3 blocks and 3 blocks is 6, and we know that each one of these little blocks is 100. So we have 600ths. Good job, you guys. Give me a thumbs up if you have finished number 2. Good job, Daniela. Good job, Brian. Good job, Nathan.
Done.
Good job, Giselle. Good job, LeBron. Okay, let's go to number 3, you guys. So number 3, it says, oh, actually, we're going to skip number 3. I remember now. We're going to skip number 3. Giselle, here's number 1 again. Okay, so I want you guys to rip out pages. Well, you don't have to rip them out right now. But your homework is pages 311 to 312. I'm going to write that in the chat box. You do not have to do number 1. Okay, so I wrote that in the chat box for you guys. Giselle, let me know when you have that one done, okay? The rest of you go ahead and turn to page 313.
I'm done.
Perfect, thank you, Giselle. Okay, I'm gonna open up our next session. All right, oops, I'm on the wrong one. Okay. So again, we are doing multiplying a decimal by a whole number. So session 1 was just kind of a little introduction. Now we're gonna go a little bit deeper into it, okay, you guys? So let's take a look here. Oops. So this one isn't in your book, but it's just to give us a review of how to do multi-digit multiplication. So
Is that in our math book?
this is not in your math book,
But
but we're gonna do it here. So the first thing we do is we times the 7 by the ones column. What's in my ones place? Who can tell me? LeBron?
9.
9. So who can tell me what is 7 times 9? Giselle, you're going to have a hard time writing in your math book if it's up in the air. Nathan?
63.
63. Good job. Okay, now we're going to do this one down here. We're going to do the tens column. Who can tell me what's in the tens column? Brian?
4.
4. So what is 7 times 4, you guys? LeBron?
28.
28, but we're going to add a 0 because it was in the tens column. So now we need to do our last column, which is the hundreds column. Who can tell me what digit is in the hundreds column? Daniela?
1.
A 1. And in this box should be a 7. I just realized it's not there. So who can tell me what is 7 times 1? Daniela?
7.
7. All right, so now we have 63, 280, and 7. What do we do with all those numbers? Do we take them out for a taco? LeBron, what do we do with them?
We add them.
we add them. Does anyone know what 63 plus 280 plus 7 is? Oh, you know what? This shouldn't just be a 7. Should be a 700, huh, you guys? Because it's in the hundreds column. So our question is actually, oh, I put the zeros on the wrong side. What is 700 plus 280 plus 63? Giselle, do you know what the answer is?
I'm just saying that if we're gonna put it in our math book,
Nope. We're just doing it together. Okay. Does anyone know what the answer is? You can write it down if you need to. LeBron, did you figure it out? What is it?
1043.
That's absolutely right. Good job. So this was just a refresher on how to do multiplication, because when we're multiplying decimals by whole numbers, it's pretty much the same process. Okay? I have to delete all of these out of here before I forget, because I'll pull it up in front of the class tomorrow and they'll all have the answers. And then that's embarrassing.
and I write them, all of them.
Yeah.
I wrote them. Thank you.
Good job. Okay, so let's go to our next slide. So this is page 313, you guys. And it says that Padma bought 3 pounds of grapes. And each pound of grape cost $2.75. How much money did Padma spend on grapes? So there's actually a couple different ways that we can do this, right? We could do repeated addition. We could do 275, 275, and 275 3 times, right? Which would be, we could add all the 2's together, and that's 6. And then we can add the 75's together, and that's 2.25. And then that would give us $8.75. Who agrees that those 3 pounds of grapes cost $8.75? Good job, you guys. So that's repeated addition, which is just what multiplication is, right? But another way we can do it is just to multiply it out. So let's go ahead and put this in my text box here. 275, actually I'm going to go space this, times 3. All right, who can tell me, what do we do first? We have to multiply. What place value do we multiply first? LeBron?
The ones.
The ones. What digits in our ones column?
5 and 3.
5 and 3. So we're going to times 3 times 5. What is 3 times 5? Daniela?
15.
15. So we put our 5 here, and then we're going to carry a 1 up here, and we'll put it right here, plus 1. Oh, that looks like it's in the wrong column. Let's move that over. Okay, now we have to multiply our 10s, you guys. Who can tell me what digits in my 10s column? Brian?
7.
A 7. So what is 3 times 7? LeBron?
21.
Right. Now I need to add that 1 that I carried over. So what is 21 plus 1? Daniela, what is 21 plus 1?
22.
22. So we're going to put a 2 here, and then we're going to carry it up here. Okay, now we're going to do, what is 3 times 2? Because we got to times our hundreds place value. What is 3 times 2? Daniela?
6.
6. And then we need to add that 2 that we carried, right? So Nathan, what is 6 plus 2?
8.
8. So our answer is 825 hundredths or cents, because this is dollars, cents. But we need to transfer that into dollars, right? Because we don't say, oh, it was 825 cents. So who can tell me how many dollars that is? LeBron.
8.
$8 and how many change? How much cents?
25.
825. Oh, I forgot the decimal. All that and I left the decimal out. Okay, because we have 2 decimal points up here and we know that we're doing money, so we have to have 2 decimal places down here. Okay? Give me a thumbs up if you understand how we did that. Kind of, not really. I need to see a thumbs up from everybody. I got 2 from LeBron. Okay, Daniela, Nathan. Perfect. All right, Daniela, we are going to be going through it some more. So if you have some questions at the end, make sure you ask me, okay? Perfect. All right, everybody turn to page 314 in their math books. I got to delete this off here. And let's go to the next one. All right, so this is our picture it, right? It shows us how we can kind of imagine the math problem in our head. So we can think of $3 or 3 groups of 3 pounds of grapes, and they were $2.75 each, right? So we can picture that as 3 groups of $2.75 each. So each one of these things that are all the way filled in are worth 1. So we have $1, $2, and then we have 7/10 and 5/100, which is $2.75. This is our second group of $2.75 and our third group of $2.75. So we can then take all of these and we can add them together, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wholes plus 1, 2, 3 75s, which is $2.25. And then we do 6 plus 2 is 8. And then we have our 25 cents. Just how we did repeated addition on the last page. The next one is doing it kind of like the way we did it, but they've broken down each place value. So they did 3 times 5/100 is 1,500, and they wrote a 15 there. They did 3 ones times 7/10 is 21/10, or 210 hundredths, because we needed that other place value in there. And then they did 3 ones times 2 ones is 6 ones, or 6/100. And then they had all of those numbers together, right? And then they added them. And we came up with 825 hundredths, or 825 cents. And then we converted that into dollars, right? We said it was $8.25. So that's a model it. That's kind of the way, those are both the ways that we have done it. Okay, let's look at page 315, you guys. So number 1 says to solve the problem, you need to find 3 times $2.75. It wants us to estimate the total cost of grapes. So what could we round 275 to? If I wanted to round $2.75 to a whole number, what would I round it to? Is it closer to 2 or closer to 3? LeBron? Were you raising your hand?
I was just stretching.
All right. I'm not going to tell you guys. You have to tell me. What are you going to round 275 to? What do you think, Daniela?
2.
It's actually closer to 3 because this 7 right here is bigger than 5, so we go up. So we're going to do 3 times 3 equals something. What does it equal? LeBron?
9.
9. And this is money, so we're going to say $9. All right, let's look at number 2 here, you guys. Number 2 wants to know if we look at the picture it, which was the ones with the grids, how many full grids are we going to make? So we have 6 of them, but then how many more did we make with our 75 grids? Another good way to think of this is how many whole numbers are we going to have at the end? We're going to have one whole number, but how much is that whole number going to be worth? Zil, you need to open your math book, please. We are on page 315.
I already know that, but I was just looking at the others.
Okay, well, I need you to stay with us, okay?
Just waiting for you to put the answer on number 2.
Well, I want you to be thinking about it, okay? Not just copying down my answer. You need to think about it. How many full grids are we going to make from that picture, you guys?
5?
Ooh, you're close. But we started with 6, and we're going to end up with more.
I think
Daniela.
7.
Ooh, you're so close.
8.
It's actually 8. Okay? Because if we did 0.75 plus 0.75 plus 0.75, we end up with 2.25, 2 and 25 hundredths. So we take that whole 2 and we add it to the 6 we already have, and we end up with 8. So then it says how many grades are going to, or grids, how many little squares are going to be shaded in on our partially filled grid? What was our cents left over in our problem, you guys? We had $8 and how many cents? LeBron?
25.
25. So on the grid, each one of the little tiny squares, you guys, it's like it's worth 1 penny. So we have 25 of those little things filled in, 25 cents. Okay, now I want you guys to look at the model it. How is multiplying with a decimal like multiplying with a whole number? Think back to that problem we did at the very beginning that wasn't in our math book. And then think of us multiplying $2.75 times 3. How are those the same? Did we do anything different when we were doing those 2 problems? Did we follow the same procedure? What was that, Brian? I saw you shake your head. Did we follow the same procedure? Yes, we did. So it's the same procedure. Make this a little bit bigger for you guys. The only thing that was different was where we placed the decimal, right? Sorry, I had to make it smaller so it didn't go over the next problem. Oops, didn't mean to move that. Okay, give me a thumbs up when you have 1, 2, and 3 filled in. Good job, Daniela. Good job, LeBron. Good job, Brian. All right, let's look at number 4, 800 and 2500s. What would I change that into so I would have ones? You guys know the answer because it's 275 times 3 gave us this number. If it's 800 and 2500ths, how am I going to write that so I have a whole number? Where does my decimal point go? That might help you guys. Brian.
After the 8.
After the 8, it's 8 and 2500ths. All right, now number 5, I think you guys should know this one. What is 3 times $2.75? You guys, she bought 3 pounds of grapes. They were $2.75 each. How much did she spend? Brian?
8.25.
She spent $8.25. So when up here, we rounded to 9. So is our answer reasonable? Is it close to our estimation? Yes. So down here, you're going to write, yes, it is reasonable because $8.25 is close to 9. Okay, give me a thumbs up when you have 4 and 5 done. Good job, LeBron. Good job, Daniela. Good job, Nathan. Good job, Brian. All right, for time's sake, we are going to skip 6 and 7 because we only have like 4 more minutes. So number 8 says that onions cost 65 cents per pound. Sasha bought 4 pounds of onions. How much did she pay for the onions? Giselle, are you still working on number 5?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure I didn't go off the page for that reason. Okay, so what's my multiplication equation for number 8? It's Haley. Who can tell me what my multiplication equation is going to be for number 8? Onions are 65 cents per pound. Sasha bought 4 pounds of onions. How much did she pay for the onions? What numbers am I timesing? Brian.
4 times 0 and 65.
Right, 4 times 65 cents. Okay, so you can set that up. You want to put.
There.
Okay, thank you so much, Giselle. Let me set this up here for you guys. So we're going to do 0.65. Oopsies. Times 4. Okay, what do we do first, you guys? What place value do I multiply first? LeBron?
The ones.
The ones, and 4 times 5 is 20. So I put my 0 here. And then up here, I have to put that I carried my 2. So we'll put a 2 here. So next, what do we multiply next? What place value? Ryan?
The tens.
The tens, and that's 4 times 6. Who can tell me what 4 times 6 is? LeBron?
24.
24. And we need to add that 2 that we carried, right? So we have 26. And we got to put another 2 up here. All right. The last one that we are going to times is the 0 column, which 4 times 0 is 0. And then we add our 2. So we have 2. We have 260 cents right now, you guys. How do I change that to dollars? LeBron,
The decimal
where does my decimal go?
in the middle of 2 and 6.
In the middle of 2 and 6. So she spent $2.60 on onions. Give me a thumbs up when you have number 8 written down. Giselle, have you started writing number 8 yet?
Finished.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I saw all your thumbs. So let's look at number 9. Brian takes paper clips and he lines them end to end, and he lines 11 of them. Each paper clip is 2.48 centimeters long. How long is the row of paper clips? Who can tell me what my multiplication equation is? LeBron.
2.48 times 11.
Good job. You guys, you always want to put the number that has the most digits on top because it's just easier. Times 11. Okay, I'm going to put a line under this so you guys can tell my difference here. And then we come down. And first we're going to do, these are pretty easy, right? Because they're all ones. So 1 times 8 is 8. Oh, I didn't take my underline off. And then the next one is 1 times 4 is 4. And 1 times 2 is 2. But now we have another one we have to do. So we come down here. And remember, when we're multiplying by the tens column, we need to put a place value. You can put an X or a 0. I'm going to put a 0. Now we have ones again. So our 1 in our tens column times our 8 in our ones column is 8. And then our 1 in our tens column times our 4 in our tens column is 4. And then we do the last one. 1 times 2 in our hundreds column is 2. So now I have these 2 numbers, you guys. What do I do with these 2 numbers? Are we done? Or do we need another step? What do you guys think? LeBron?
We add them.
We add them. Okay, this is going to be a little tricky, you guys, because, okay, we'll do it this way. We have room to carry things. Great, 8 plus 0 is 8. Then we go to our next row. 4 plus 8 is 12. Carry my 1, put it right here. 4 plus 2 is 6, plus my 1 is 7. And then what is 2 plus 0? 2. Good job, LeBron. So our answer is 27/28 hundredths. That's a lot of numbers to be in the hundredths column. There should really only be 2 digits in the hundredths place value. So where does my decimal go? LeBron?
Between the 7 and 2.
Yep, it's 27/28 hundredths. All right, you guys, we ran out of time. I want you to try to do number 10 on your own, but then you guys need to do pages 317 and 318, and those are the ones you need to turn into me. Yes, LeBron.
What if you don't have the book?
When is your mom going to come get it?
I think today or tomorrow.
Okay, well, it's not due till Monday, so you're fine. It's actually not due till Tuesday. So as long as you get it done before then, you're good. Okay, but we are going to do work out of the book again on Wednesday. Okay? All right, does anyone else have any questions? I do want to kind of just go over the assignments for the week, so I'll leave this up in case you guys are still copying. We are starting a new social studies unit on the Constitution. So make sure you watch the video because you guys we're building an interactive notebook / portfolio and it counts as your assessment. It's what will go on your report card. So make sure you follow that. We're also doing vocabulary 7 this week and there's a video for that. So make sure you watch it. And then tomorrow and Thursday, we are going to be doing the mid-unit assessment in language arts. And we'll be doing that in class or in our meeting. If you guys are coming back to the school next week to be in class, make sure you bring your language arts notebook, your social studies packet and folder, all of your books for language arts, your math book, anything like that that I've sent home, bring back. Who knows if they're coming back next week? Daniela, Brian, and LeBron. Okay, LeBron, I knew you were coming back. Make sure your guys' parents call the office and let them know you're coming back, okay? And I will add you guys to my seating chart. Oh, I'm so excited you guys are coming back. It'll be fun. All right, I'm also starting the new thing. If you guys get your iReady minutes done for the week, I'm going to include a prize in your bag, okay? It'll just be like a little toy or a notebook or a pencil. But if you get your minutes done, you get a prize. Those of you who are coming back to class, you'll get your prizes in class. Okay? So do your iReady minutes. Giselle, you have nothing to worry about. You're going to get a prize because you always do your minutes, right?
I always, yeah.
Yeah. All right, you guys, I have to go do carpool. So you guys have a great day. I got a new mask. Hope it's leopard print. Okay, you guys have a good day. And I'll see you tomorrow, okay? All right, bye, guys. Hey, will you tell the walkers they need to leave? Are we? Bye, girls. See you tomorrow or Wednesday.
Orange, red, yellow, green, blue.